What's your favorite thing about white people?
I have white people friends.
What do you love about white
employees.
people?
So
you have white employees?
I have white employees, of course. That's the dream. It's a dream to be
2.
Mexican and have white employees. Are you kidding me? It's my fucking... I'm looking for a gardener right now.
Hey guys, big news. We are finally launching a YouTube channel just for the stuff you guys have been asking for. January 1st, I need you to check out the new BBP Clips channel. I'll have my old podcast moments from all my podcasts and Leanne's. It's going to have never before seen footage of me on tour. It's going to feature comics, entertainers, friends that I've talked to, toured with, drank with over the last decade. Click the link in the description to subscribe. Permission to Party kicks up again in 2026. Huntsville, Alabama, January 15th. January 16th, Columbia, South Carolina. The 17th, Charlotte, North Carolina. And Augusta, Georgia, January 18th. Avoid scalpers and go to BertCast.com to get your lowest ticket price. Modern Family voted the 8th best sitcom of all time. What do you think the number 1 sitcom is? And okay, you ready? I'm going to say... I'm gonna just ballpark. This is how white sitcoms are. I'm curious to see how much of these are your favorite sitcoms you've ever watched. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is mine.
Yeah. The number you've had to watch The Office.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like, how much of it are we talking? Like, just.
Did you know? Like, did you ever binge it?
Yeah.
I can't believe this is happening. I'm so obsessed with you. You have no idea. Like, I'm kind of having. I'm like, I've watched so much. Yeah, we started.
Oh, we started.
Yeah.
Okay, period. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Are we good?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. Yeah. Just be careful. He can do his job.
Period.
Don't make her do your job. I'm firing him next week.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, cheers. Thank you so much.
Hey,
you have an amazing place. Like, inspiring, honestly.
I feel like I'm learning Spanish through you.
Period. Okay. Nice. I'll be here next week. Send my invoice. No, I'm just joking.
I found you organically. Like you just came across my feed.
Awesome.
And I fucking fell in love with you. And then all of a sudden I was like, wait, she's got a podcast too? Wait, she's all over the place. You are independent as fuck.
As fuck. Yeah.
As fuck.
Yeah.
How? Because I screw up sometimes. I start watching interviews you've done before I interview you, and then I end up asking the same questions Big Boy asks you. But,
I'm dead.
But what? But walk me through your career, because I know you released this one independently, right?
Yeah.
And it came out December 5th.
Yeah, no, December 12th. It ended up dropping December
before I crash out, December 12th.
Before I crash out, yes.
And it has, and I'm simply gonna say my favorite song of the year by far, Sabado. I fucking love that song.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you.
Can I tell you what from a white perspective what drew me in?
Please.
Trump. When you say Trump,
okay,
I go, now I gotta hear the lyrics. Now I gotta read the lyrics.
Okay.
And N-word.
I'm that N-word. Yeah. I packed a lot into one little funky,
you picked the 2 greatest words, English words to throw in there to get my attention.
To perk your ears up. You were like, what are you saying right here? Yeah, I don't know, man. I felt like a lot of things had to be said, and I did it in a funky little funny way or whatever. And apparently it's if we were here. Yeah. We made it.
What is the song? What is that song ultimately about? Because it, for anyone who doesn't know, it is, if I get you drunk enough, I'm going to get you to sing it. I know I have the track and everything.
Yeah.
But
I like to drink.
But what is the song ultimately about? Because it's about you got people in the Mexican community wanting to act white and acting white. Yeah. And then voting for Trump and saying the N-word. Which
I'm glad I'm on your show and you're talking about white people, because white people, I'm not racist against white people. I'm talking about, because I've gotten that sometimes, and it's like, yeah, people will be like, she hates white people. And I'm like, no, I don't. I'm saying that sometimes in the Latino community, people feel that cozying up to maybe being more or trying to be white somehow means like you have to turn on your people. And to me, it's like, let's not forget that we come from indigenous people of America. Let's make sure that we keep our culture and we keep what we're so proud of and what we love. You don't have to turn on your people, and you don't have to be like, yeah, deport them all. Like, yeah, I'm white, or turn on your culture and on your people for the sake of like acceptance. Like me and you can sit here and have a fucking drink and totally be cool, and we can agree God bless all Latinas, and we can agree Sabado's a good song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can agree that the country is in a weird ass place and that we're kind of like a little confused over what the fuck is happening, yet we can agree on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. So when I'm calling out the bullshit, it doesn't immediately mean you got to take it as an offense. It means like, bro, yeah, sometimes some white people be tripping. Like, some Mexican people be tripping. That's what I was saying on Sabado.
We trip really hard.
How do you feel?
I'll be very candid. I know everyone wants me to state my politics.
Mm-hmm.
I think what is happening with ICE is atrocious. I think when I see the videos, and it's hard to tell what is what these days, because you see one side of it from one guy, and that's happened to me, where all of a sudden I'm like watching this thing and I'm like, this is fucking outrageous. And then I'm like, oh, this is a neo-Nazi site. How did I get on here? And then I'm like on the other side and I'm like, wait, what's this? This is an all vegan, and it's so like you're getting propaganda from both sides. But all I'll say is, I will tell you this: I don't see Mexicans where I normally see Mexicans in my city, because they can't go there because ICE has been raiding them. Yeah. So when you go to places like that normally in Los Angeles, you go, this is, I wish I could remember the exact example, because I was somewhere the other day and everyone's like, do you notice how there's no Mexicans here at all? And I went, yeah. And I went, wait, why? And they go, ICE, they raid this place. And I was like, as my sister told me, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? They fly drones and looking. And I'm like, that is atrocious, and breaking up families. And, listen, obviously there's a right way to get into this country and to stay in this country, but they're already here. Like, what?
Yeah, exactly. And
can't we just go, okay, everyone, like, can't we just go, all right, we're closing the doors now, but everyone here is good.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's kind of what the Pilgrims did, right? I mean, they everybody came to this country and everybody thought that, it's a melting pot, and the Statue of Liberty says, everybody, immigrants are welcome and stuff. And then all of a sudden it's like, now it's a huge problem, which I understand. Okay, cool. If you want to make it about criminals, you want to make it about all this stuff. Okay, cool. I understand. But at what point is going to churches, going to schools, going to the kids, at that point, even the biggest MAGA supporter, if they're smart, they'll look and be like, all right, this isn't what the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So to me, it's more about, even in our community, I just did a podcast yesterday where I was talking to more like predominantly Hispanic men that follow. And I'm just like, even y'all motherfuckers, I get it. You guys are mad because I'm the fuck you, if you're a Trump supporter, girl. But okay, let's talk. Are you happy with the results? Is this what you were looking for? And if not, where do we go from here? And how do we fix this? Because I'm scared that they're selling the U.S. for parts, and at some point it's going to be too hard to turn back.
Dude, I mean, like, once again, and I will put a pin in how I normally behave for this podcast, because I think it's important. When I only care about shit that affects me. I'm pretty selfish.
Yeah.
So like the things that, like, I went off on Gavin Newsom one time because he has made it difficult to shoot movies and TV in LA.
He's made it difficult to shoot people that break into your house. I get it.
Yeah. Oh,
you feel me? It is crazy, and I understand being selfish, and I get that sometimes, we could be a little bit selfish and only care about what affects us. But there's got to be a place where we're like, kids, women, old people, like, what is happening? Like, goddamn, I think the bar is in hell right now. Like, the bar, I get a little bit of selfishness, but at some point, and I'm glad that you're willing to at least have that convo of just being like, bro, yeah. Like,
well, I think one of the important things about life is understanding yourself and knowing what motivates you. And what I think is also cool is once you diversify your friends and once you have kids and you watch them grow, still very selfish, but you start becoming selfish globally. Like, you start going like shit, this affects me now. Like, the ICE shit does affect me. Doesn't affect me the way it does to some young dad who came here legally, who's getting deported back to fucking Tijuana. It doesn't affect me the same way, but it does affect me.
By the way, you need to catch up, because now I look at you, got me here halfway.
I got a big one.
Oh, period. That's me too, right? This is good. I'm sorry. So
let's start with your. This
is the second podcast that I'm on that we start with the whole you gotta edit that. I love this. I do my podcast live. I need to stop.
He's getting so much trouble for that.
Dude, yeah.
We used to do all podcasts live, or no, Rogan's live, and that was like, I remember doing it live. I was telling some story, and I'm smoking a joint. I got a text from my boss at Travel Channel. He's like, "Put the marijuana down," and I was like, I didn't know people were watching this.
Dude, I used to watch Rogan when, that's how I know who you are. I mean, I think it's crazy that you know who I am.
Oh, for real?
Like, yeah, like it's crazy, but like, yeah, like back in the day, like I used to watch Rogan when he was like, I think it was like averaging 50,000 views or something. And I was just like, I was living in Fort Worth at the time. My son was a baby. Like it was this whole thing. And then, it's crazy to see where everyone's at now. And I know that things have swayed and things have gotten super fucking crazy, but yeah, fucking crazy. And now I'm on your fucking couch drinking.
And so wait,
this is insane.
Walk me through your story. Like I want to know everything about you. Like you were born in San Jose.
I was born in San Jose.
Did you ever go to La Victoria?
Where at? What?
Is it La Victoria? Hold on. Jesus just texted me. La Victoria. It is they have the address here.
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh no, they don't. They have this orange sauce.
Oh.
That is the best fucking sauce I've ever had in my life.
Really?
And I buy 3 cases of it every time I'm in San Jose.
I'm dead.
And I bring it home and I give it to everyone. We go out of our way when we're in San Jose to go to La Victoria. Okay.
And no offense to La Victoria or to San Jose, but when I'm in the Bay, I go to Redwood City because I was born in San Jose. I lived there for a long time. My mom's side of the family was always in San Jose. My dad's side of the family is from Michoacan, so they lived in Redwood City. So I grew up eating mostly in Redwood City because Michoacan food is top tier. What's Michoacan is a state in Mexico. Uh-huh. So
is that, what is it? Pretend I'm really, really white.
Okay. So Mexicans came to this country. Well, Mexicans that were already in this country are from this country. But anyone who immigrated to the United States from states in Mexico, there's mostly like spots. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of Michoacan people in Redwood City.
Like the way Koreans and Japanese people end up in different places?
Dude, yeah, the way everybody, everybody kind of, this is...
Okay, you just fucking opened my eyes something.
Yeah.
So, okay. I'm going to say something. You're going to go, no shit, Bert. So not all Mexicans are just Mexican. If you're from a part of Mexico, then you probably cook different. You eat based on where you are. And then your people, just like the way that like Palestinians ended up in Michigan or whatever, or Iraqis ended up in Michigan, and you have great Iraqi food. So you'll get like, oh, this is blowing my fucking mind.
I love this because this is what it's supposed to be. We're supposed to kind of like compare.
If you have any white questions, I can answer them all.
Yeah. No, I mean, definitely. No,
Storming the Capitol was fun. No.
I'm dead. No, listen, fucking, I'm going to fucking take off my jacket because it's fucking, you gave me real alcohol here.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's my alcohol.
Yeah?
Yeah, I own that with my buddy Tom.
Feel free to send me a little alcohol.
Wildly fluent in Spanish. His mom's Peruvian.
I love that. So yes. Okay, so it would be like comparing somebody from LA to somebody from Ohio or I don't know, Texas or something they're completely different. So my mother is from Zacatecas and my dad is from Michoacan. My mom was born in Sonora, but they migrated. Even in Mexico, you migrate. You might be from southern Mexico and you end up in somewhere in northern Mexico. It's just different cultures, different food, different everything. So, for example, now in New York, there's a lot of Mexican. Now they're calling it Puebla York when it comes to Mexicans because people from Puebla ended up in New York and just different people did end up in different places. Really? But I ended up eating a lot of Mexican food in Redwood City because that's where my father's from. And my grandpa played in a mariachi in Redwood City at a place called El Rincón Tarasco. So I would just be more there and I just love the food. And so when I'm in the Bay Area, I do go there. No offense to San Jose. San Jose Chinese food is fucking amazing. But and also I'm Mexican. So like when I eat Mexican food, probably my tias are cooking.
Yeah.
So,
What's your favorite Mexican dish?
Oof. Everything. From gorditas to birria to tacos, obviously.
Amazing.
Birria's amazing. Barbacoa. Everything. Tamales. The basics. All the,
Do you cook?
No.
No?
No. My aunt lives with me. She cooks. My mom cooks. My girl cooks. Like, I don't cook. Really?
You don't need to.
I mean, I could grill maybe a little bit of steak, but I'm not even that great at that. I'm questionable.
What's the best fast food Mexican restaurant?
Ooh, fast food? I mean, I'm not going to lie. Recently, a lot of them came out to be Trump supporters. So it's a little bit of a problem. Like I had places that I liked eating at. And then I'm sitting there and I'm watching these MAGA hats come in and I'm like, okay, so they don't want us, but they're eating our food. I'm sure someone has a problem and I'm looking around and I'm like, no one has a problem. Okay, cool. Next thing you know, yeah, they expose them. They're all MAGA. They all think, and you're just like, that's what I think is more difficult. I think that's why when it comes to like speaking to someone who may be white that maybe have questions, it's a little bit easier to be like, well, let me explain it to you, right? And then maybe we can get to a place where we understand. Whereas sometimes within our own culture, like we're looking at our own boy cousins, our own uncles, our own brothers and being like, are you fucking kidding me? Like your mom, you see your mom work, you see your dad work, you see them be scared, they're crying and you give no fucks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Like that's where it becomes really difficult because it's like, sometimes maybe there's a loss in translation, but when you're sitting here looking at them across the dinner table and you're like, yo, you're a piece of shit, bro. Like it does affect you personally. And just because it doesn't affect you as a person, it affects your mom, your dad, your cousin. That's where it becomes very enraging sometimes.
Yeah.
Guys, are you still making those annoying trips to your local smoke shop? Well, you don't have to anymore. If you're looking for high quality, Everything 420 makes it ridiculously easy to order everything you need from the comfort of your couch. Their app has everything you need: legal vapes, flour, pre-rolls, edibles, bongs, cartridges, even magic mushrooms. All the brands you actually know and trust, like Cookies, Stizzy, Packwoods, Cake, and Runts. And here's the fun part. They've got a huge $4.20 section, basically a dollar store for stoners. You seriously, if you are a stoner, you got to check this out. They also have mystery boxes that give you way more bang for your buck, literally double what you'd pay for. You just go to the app, pick one you'd like, and it takes all the thinking out of ordering. Plus, it's a fun way to try new things. And by the way, it makes a great gift. Give your grandma a mystery box. Give your aunt a mystery box. Give that high-strung person in your family a mystery box as a gift and just be like, yo, it's not just a gift, it's a suggestion. So whether it's spicing up day night, chilling through the weekends, or restocking your stash, they've got you covered. Fast, discreet, legit shipping. Use code BERT for an extra 15% off. Everything 420, all your smoking essentials, one spot, zero stress. Do you want to know what it's like when God kisses you on the forehead? That's what nicotine feels like. Nicotine is the greatest thing I've ever used. Out of all the things I've ever tried, nicotine delivers, and it's awesome. And you're looking for 100% pure nicotine? You got to try Lucy Breakers. Lucy Breakers are 100% pure nicotine, always tobacco-free. I see all these lifestyle influencers suggesting that you use nicotine. I have all my best friends, all my healthiest friends are using nicotine. Lucy Breakers are nicotine pouches with an extra surprise. This is why I like them. Each pouch holds a capsule that can be broken open to release extra flavor and hydration. You can choose to do it at the beginning or at the end. I always choose the beginning. Set yourself up with a subscription and have Lucy delivered straight to your door. That is what I do, and then you never have to worry if you have Lucy's. You're getting on a plane, you got a stack in the closet. Mint is like a morning. No, I always go espresso for the morning. They've got mint, wintergreen, which is old school. I like mango. It reminds me of college. And apple ice. If you're going to have a little cocktail, apple ice is nice. Like a little and soda in the morning at the airport. Throw a little apple ice in right when you take off on the plane. Level up. Let's level up your nicotine routine at the same time with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/Bertcast and use promo code Bertcast to get 20% off your first order. Lucy has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind, but you won't. And that's, again, lucy.co and use code Bertcast to get 20% off. And here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine, and nicotine is an addictive chemical. I grew up in Florida, so I have a ton of friends that are wildly Republican.
Yeah.
But I never understood all my Cuban friends that are really Republican. And I never understood I know that I'm walking around in another man's shoes, but I never understood Mexicans supporting Trump. And but the one thing that I never understood is I never understood Mexicans saying the N-word. I was like, that's a slippery slope because, I guess it's cultural.
And that's where, when I said in Sabado, sometimes the issues that I kind of tried to attack within it when I'm saying like, you know, you're a fool. Like, you know, you look Mexican. We know who you are. You're a fool. You say the N-word and you vote for Trump. Like it's hard as a, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, what?
It's an oxymoron.
It's like all these things. It's a moron. It's a fucking moron in front of you in the flesh. You're just like, what the fuck? Like, I feel like voting for Trump, you know, knowing all the racist stuff that's going on, being Mexican, saying the N-word, or being any sort of Latino, it's like, I don't know. I'm dumbfounded, honestly, when I, like, not to shameless plug, but Before I Crash Out, the album was made because I was crashing out. My reality was being shaken. Like, I was sitting there and I would look at my girl and I'd be like, babe, I just don't know. Like, for the first time in my life, like, one, growing up and being an adult shakes your life, right? Because your kid is growing up and now you're an adult and you were just in high school not that long ago and now you're sitting here and you're like, I'm responsible and I don't have the answers and what the fuck is this? And then you turn into like, or you throw in politics and AI and robots and
shut the fuck up.
People's jobs are getting lost to AI more than they are to immigrants, but they're mad at immigrants, and billionaires are not paying taxes, but they're mad at whoever's, you know, getting $150 in food stamps. And you're like, why are you mad at them? Like, $150 in food stamps is not the same as millions and billions of fucking dollars being sent to elsewhere. And then you're like, America first, but then they're sending billions of dollars to other places. And you're like, I just wish I could like color or something, you know, like, can we go back to coloring? Can we just color, take a nap? Like, I used to hate when the teacher told me to take a nap. Like, I wish I could just do that. Just tell me to take a fucking nap. Babe. No, I'm just joking. AI
really upsets me.
Bro, tell me.
I'm in a creative industry and I am more creative. Like, people go, you know, AI is going to take your job. I mean, you could tell AI how to write a Bert Kreischer joke and it'll write it pretty accurately.
Right.
But you're never going to be me. And the fact that my youngest daughter is in art school right now, and they're saying technically I don't know why you're learning this, because AI is going to take over interior design. AI is going to take over this. AI is going to, and we walked it into our own funeral holding its hand. I find that to be
for the sake of comfort.
Yeah, and honestly, novelty at the first time. It was fun. When AI was fun, when you go, hey, ChatGPT, what would Bert Kreischer say to his wife at breakfast? And it was right. It was like, hey, I had the craziest dream last night. I'm starving. I want to get pancakes, and I mean, it was right.
Yeah,
it was fucking right. But I just see it as like the beginning of the end. I don't know what to believe on stories. The other day, I jerked off to an AI porn, and I didn't know it until halfway through. And I'm like, wait, these aren't people? I'm like, oh fuck, man, I felt like I got molested. I was like, I just jerked off to nothing. Like, to nothing. Not even my imagination, just nothing.
Nothing.
God damn it.
It's after us, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I literally just posted some posts of like Latinas posting my God Bless All Latinas sound. One of them was AI. And I had to delete it and then delete the comment that called it out. I was like, there is no way this shit just caught me slipping. But it did. I get it. I like it. Even me, like, sometimes you have to like, and now we're going through things that are so dramatic and so crazy, and people are trying to like tap out and they're like, I don't want to talk about politics, but then AI is constantly like feeding you these things. So I think our reality is going to be a little crazy, man. And it's just like progressively getting worse and worse. I
think it is progressively getting worse. I think we're in for a fucking rude awakening.
It's so much that at some point you just you're overstimulated. You don't know what to do. So you have to shut it off. You have to shut off the TV. You have to look away. You know, you can only see, you know, things happening so long before you're just like, bro, no, I don't want to. But unfortunately, bro, like, you know, we have to at some point face it. Like we do have to see what's going on. And it's unfortunate and it's bleak and it feels like shit, but it's our responsibility. And, you know, I don't know what to do about it, but maybe we could do it like through a kind of digestible way. That's what I'm saying by Sabado. It's like me talking about it and making it a joke became the only way. Because before that, I had a song that was sad about it. And I had a song that was angry about it. And I had a song that was talking about I'll burn this bitch down about it. And all that. But it took the joke. So that's why I'm saying like comedians and artists and entertainment, you're right. AI can do what they can do, but like because we're human, at least for right now, I don't know how long we'll have it, but we have that edge that we have it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
And for now, we like, they're going to look at us as the fucking people who like maybe spark some sort of change, but.
So wait, what were you like as a little girl? When did you become?
I was a little boy. How was I like a little girl?
Were you a tomboy?
Yeah, it's like with my parents were shocked at me ending up being gay. I'm like, really? The soccer, the trophies, the slick back ponytail, like none of that fucking gave it to you,
I would love to see pictures of you.
Yeah. No, I was a good soccer player. I was a good, I was hyper. I was crazy. I was
ADHD, right?
Super ADHD, bro. Like so bad. Where it's like it's a trauma for me because I don't think my family was ready to like deal with that. I was the first born American grandchild on both sides of my family. My mom is one of 9. My dad is one of 9. All of them had never had the grandchild, the niece and whatever, be born in the United States. So I was the first American out of a huge family of Mexican people. So to me, my reality was I'm living Mexican. Everyone's treating me like I'm Mexican, but I happen to go to school and I have to go to school with Americans. But it's just a culture shock, within your own thing. You're just like, what the fuck is this? And it was a lot. Trauma. And but thank God I was raised very because I'm Mexican, I appreciated the opportunity that I had in front of me. You know what I'm saying? Like my parents never let a day go by without reminding me like you are where the opportunity is and you better go get something. You know what I'm saying? So it's like so it was like I would look over at my American friends and they'd be like, this sucks, whatever. And I was like, we're here. Like we fucking made it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's running water. Like I'm not even that fucking old. And we had an outhouse in Mexico. We didn't have running water. You get water for an hour and you better save that shit and you better make it work for however long, So to me, it's like talking to my friends and they're just complaining. I'm like, what are we? So it was so weird that now people tell me I'm complaining about America when I'm like, I'm not complaining about America because I hate America. I'm complaining about America because the same way that I would complain about my kids' bad grades. I just wanted to do better because I believe in it. We're here.
I'll also emphasize what you just said. You're complaining about America because that's what America is about. That's the whole point of America. Yeah. Like people forget how great it is here, but also our whole thing is protest, and that's our thing. It's like I can't understand people that don't understand the right to assembly and protest, and they get upset about it. I go, no, that's how we got the country.
Yeah.
That's how we started.
Have you watched Hamilton?
Yeah, I have not.
By the way, neither had I. My wife is super into Hamilton, and so I went and watched the whole thing. I cried.
Yeah. Because
it's true. They came here protesting, not having freedom, and they came here just rebellious, just in hopes for a brand new, whatever way you put it. Mind you, here's me sympathizing with that while also being like, yo, they literally killed so many people that looked like me and my dad and my family. So I had to sit there with both of these stories in my head and be like, not go crazy, first of all. Second of all, arguing with my teacher because my dad's telling me at home, like, the natives weren't the bad guys. So then when I'm seeing these stories of like the Oregon Trail and like everything that's going on, I'm being like, no, wait, what? What are you talking about? When they're putting them in the missions or whatever, the mission things that we had to build, I'm explaining to them like, wait, you're locking them up and you're putting them in these boxes and what's going on? And I have to build a mission and like show it to my teacher and I'm explaining to her like, this is fucked up. And bro, this is why I drink. That's why I have a problem when people tell me, why do I drink? I'm like, I drink because what the fuck is this fucking shit?
It can feel hopeless.
How did we get to this point? I guess what I'm trying to ask you.
I don't know.
How did it get so red pilly? Because like I told you, I used to watch. What red
pill was today.
I used to watch Hodge Twins, Joe Rogan, Joey Diaz, fucking like Andrew Schultz. I know Andrew Schultz since.
Joey Diaz would love you.
I love Joey Diaz.
Diaz will fucking love
I grew up listening to him talking about fucking everything that he fucking did in his cat and fucking going in Burbank and everything. Like, I grew up knowing about YMCA and all his fucking stories. I know the man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know him, but so to me, it's like, how did all these people that I grew up watching and thinking they were so funny and just, you know, I was there for all these things, and then all of a sudden we're just so fucking opposite.
Well, I think, okay, now I'll tell you what, and I'm not gonna, I won't say any names. Joe's my, out of the list this that you said, and by doing this, I sound like I'm speaking for everyone, and I'm not. I think what happened is everyone agreed with, like, the Me Too was the beginning of the woke movement, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And I think everyone agreed with it. And then certain things were said in that where I think most men were like, hold on. Well, I feel like we're just going all the way to the right. Hang on. There's like a little ground, right? Like, they're like, I remember the one statement that I remember hearing and going like, huh? It was like, believe all women. And you're like, so women aren't incapable of lying. Like, I feel you. And you're like, that, okay, hold on. And then even like women were like, you know, like I forget, one of the actresses was like hardcore, believe all women, but then a guy on her crew raped someone, and she goes, actually, he would never have done that. She's a lying whore. And you're like, okay, hold on. So I think what happened with the left, and like I said, I took my politics test. I'm a dead centrist, okay? I think I'm almost apathetic centrist. But I think what happened is wokeness got to a place where it was used as a weapon as opposed to a place of understanding. I remember at one point, like we're having a great conversation about Mexican culture, and it's really fun for me. I enjoy it because I like to learn. There was a point where, like, I remember hearing a black woman say, "It's not my job to inform you," and you're like, "Well, I can't find a book in the library that says what black chicks like." I don't know, like, you know, it's like so. So I think there was like this period when it got to like pronouns. You got to put your pronouns in your bio, and you're like, wait, hold on. And then I remember dealing with my daughters. My daughters are both very woke, and they would be like, "Dad," and it was like almost it got weaponized. And I think that's where the pushback came back from a lot of people. And I'll say that I think the pushback was just to get back to the center. I think for a lot of guys, and I'm not speaking for anyone, for a lot of people, the pushback was get to the center. Some people, I think, in my opinion, found that they could monetize the right. Yeah. And I'm not, that's not Joe.
Well, they're easily monetizable.
Yeah. And so I've noticed a lot of comedians who are wildly democratic and liberal decided to go right because that's where the money was.
Yeah, it's a grift.
Yeah, it's a grift. And they never meant it. They never believed it. And they just went, you know, I'm going to go. And there's a lot of them. I mean, and it's crazy to see because, you know, when we were young stand-ups, you never talked about politics on stage. Support for today's episode comes from Square, the system powering literally half of the places I go these days. If you've ever tapped to pay and thought, well, that was fast, it was probably Square. What is Square? Square is the platform behind the scenes of so many businesses you already love, whether someone's selling smoothies, cutting hairs, making cactus penises, fixing bikes, running a boutique. Square gives them one connected system to take payments, manage inventory, run payroll, send invoices, and track it all from one place. Businesses using Square Online earn 36% more revenue on average. No contracts, no hidden fees, no complicated installs. Just tools that accept every major payment. Tap, chip, Apple Pay, online, everything. Lets you see sales and inventory in real time across every channel. I've been using Square forever. I started using Square probably, I'm guessing, 13 years ago on the road, and it changed my business. It changed my business in such a big way. If you're starting a business or running a business that deserves better tools, Square helps you sell, manage, and grow without slowing down. And right now, you can get up to $200 off Square hardware at square.com/go/Bert. That's SQUARE.com/GO/BERT. Run your business smarter with Square. Get started today. Hair loss isn't just about hair. It's about how you feel when you look in the mirror. Hims helps you take back that confidence with access to simple, personalized care that fits your life. Hims offers convenient access to a range of prescription hair loss treatments with ingredients that work, including chews, oral medication, serums, and sprays. Doctor trusted, clinically proven ingredients like finasteride and minoxidil can stop hair loss and regrow hair in as little as 3 to 6 months. No hidden fees, no surprise costs, just real personalized care on your schedule. I always say this, and use me as a testament. I started losing my hair when I was 22. Listen, I don't have a ton of it, but I'm 50. No, I was 22. I'm 53 and I still have hair. Not a ton, but I still got hair because I did something about it. For simple online access to personalized and affordable care for hair loss, ED, weight loss, and more, visit hims.com/Bertcast. That's hims.com/Bertcast for your free online visit, hims.com/Bertcast. Individual results may vary based on studies of topical and oral minoxidil and finasteride. Featured products include compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescriptions required. See website for full details and restrictions and important safety information.
I think a lot of the best bits were making fun of the president. I think here's the thing. It's like a lot of times, even like SNL or like any place, it has always been made fun of. I think the fact that nowadays, the moment you make fun of Trump, MAGAs come out ready to fight. When it's like, bro, like we made fun of everyone. Like we, like, you know, I think that was always kind of like anyone who's in power, of course, we're allowed to critique and we're allowed to say something.
They always made fun of Clinton.
Yeah.
I mean, by the way, Clinton was skewered. To this day, he's skewered. You know? I don't think, I don't know. People that clutch their pearls, is that the saying?
Yeah.
That are like, they're like, how dare you talk about our president that way? Or when Bill Burr's wife flicked off the president and everyone lost their fucking mind, I was like, no, she's a black woman. Why wouldn't she flick off? Wait, she's allowed to not like the guy. And Bill's allowed to not like the guy. And he's also allowed to do whatever the fuck he wants because it's America. Like, what the fuck? And when Joe started leaning a little more right and had Trump on, I was like, yeah, he's a grown man who makes his own mind up. He's clearly not following anyone's, he's doing his own independent thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing I get turned on by, is someone who goes, like, that's what I love about you, is that you go, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to tell you what I think. I wish I was raised with a father that let me believe more in my convictions. But I wasn't. I was raised with a dad who always told me I was wrong. And so no matter what I said, he would point out that I was wrong. Like, I'm curious what age you started realizing politics were important, because for me, I was 17. It was the beginning of the Iraq War. And I came home full blown. This is bullshit. George Bush is a fucking psycho. We don't need to go to war. And my dad at 17 sent me to my fucking room. And I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm a little old to be going to my room.
Right.
He was like, go to your room, you're a fucking idiot. And don't come out until you know why you're an idiot. And then I was like, I came down. I was like, I don't know why I'm an idiot. And he was like, do you know anything about this war? And I was like, no. He was like, Saddam Hussein is killing his own people. I was like, well, I didn't know that. He was like, yeah, we're not going to war. And he just broke it down. And I went, oh. He goes, so shut your fucking mouth and listen. So
but we were guarding oil. We were protecting.
I mean, ultimately, in hindsight, there's a lot of people killing their own people. We don't go in and step in.
We're killing our own people.
Yeah.
We're killing our own people. And also, we're going into, Venezuela, and now we're the pirates. We're taking oil tankers. And so it's like, at the same time, and mind you, thank you to the vets and thank you to everybody that has had the right heart in what you went for. Unfortunately, similar to Trump supporters, you've been duped. America was built on maintaining power, because what happens when you're traumatized, when you've been given shit and you have to fight for what you want, you sometimes will fucking take it overboard because you don't know when to stop. And that brings me to what you were saying. You were saying that the beginning of the woke movement was the Me Too movement, and and people tried to take it to the center. And I feel like that's the problem. Is I wish people tried to take it to the center. The problem is we overcorrect. The same thing with, if your parents were strict or were whatever, a lot of people try to overcorrect that, and then they're a little too lenient on their children, and then that's how you end up with, kids. That's
it. I think, you know what it is? You're right. I think it went here, everyone tried to take the center, and they overcorrected, and now they're here. And I guarantee you, I've been around long enough to know it's swinging back this way.
Yeah.
It always starts with, in my opinion, comedy is always like, it's mostly because I'm a comedian, but music and comedy, that's like the litmus. That's the canary in the mine where you start hearing voices that get popular. And you're like, oh, what the fuck is this? Like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think, you want another drink?
No, because I know that I'm getting lit and
I'm drinking a 32-ounce fucking Taco Bell cup.
I don't know. Hold on. I had brought a Monster in my fucking pocket. Wait, that's not gonna fuck with your shit, is it?
What?
You're sponsored by somebody?
No.
Oh, cool. No, I just had it. I'm due for a
Monster in your
Sorry.
Can I give you the best compliment?
What?
You really are gay.
I'm a fucking lesbian. No, yeah.
You walk around with a monster in your pocket?
No, well, I mean, I have more things in my pocket. No, I'm just joking. You see what I have? No, I'm joking. Well.
Wait, tell me more about what's your real name?
Claudia.
Claudia?
Mm-hmm.
What's your last name?
Claudia Alexandra Madriz Mesa. It's because I still kept my son's father's name because,
don't need to defend it.
All that shit.
Albert Charles Kreischer III.
Nice, the third.
Yeah.
Period.
I know. I bet you'd be so fun to be married to.
Well.
Is she fun? I bet you wake up. I bet the thing I like about you is, so I lived with these two lesbians in New York. And one,
period.
I miss her. Her name is Monica Garcia, and she was a fucking spark plug. I mean, everything got her fucking fired up. She was Cuban, and from Miami, and she was just the funnest fucking human being ever. I fucking loved her. And but yeah, I always think like I always thought my wife was gay. I get good gay energy. Who's FaceTiming me? Oh, it's Tommy. Can you speak Spanish to my friend?
Yeah, sure.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
Podcast. Hello. Hola, ¿qué tal?
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien, ¿y tú?
Bien, bien. Hola, Tommy. Aquí estamos en el podcast. ¿Qué haces?
¿Qué hago? Acabo de llegar a mi casa. Estoy descansando por un ratito y luego a trabajar más.
¿De dónde eres?
De los Estados Unidos.
No, güey, no soy INS, nomás estoy preguntando.
Pero con una madre peruana.
Ándale, ok, chido. Qué bueno. El ceviche de ustedes es superior al de nosotros.
Es lo máximo, lo mejor del mundo.
Yeah, hell yeah. Pues hey, nice to see you.
I think I've already sent you her music. She does that song Sabado. And this is Snow, yeah. And Snow, the product. And we're having a podcast. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
I knew him for 5 years before I knew he spoke Spanish.
I'm dead. Yeah. I mean, it'd be like that.
And he speaks pretty good Spanish, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love when people go, why did you learn Spanish? And he goes, so I could communicate with my mom.
Right. Yeah. I mean.
Do you dream in Spanish?
Do I dream in Spanish? Sometimes. I think they're mostly traumatic, I will say. Well, no, it's because like, I feel like my first experience of bullying was Spanish.
Tell me more.
I feel like I told you my mom's one of 9, my dad's one of 9. I have a lot of uncles like on my mom's side of the family. Like my mom's a very funny woman, very funny, very similar to many funny people. No offense, but troubled some ways or whatever. So it'd be a little crazy, and accepting a hyperactive, tomboy daughter was a lot. So some of the bullying that happened to me was more like my childhood and stuff like that.
Really?
But, yeah. And then school. Having an accent. I had an accent. I had a lisp. I was a tomboy.
You got rid of it?
My lisp? Well, I took like classes. I tried my best.
I did too. They stopped.
Yeah.
Kids stopped doing that. There's a lot of lisps these days.
They don't do that anymore?
No, there's so many lisps.
Why? I have seen him. Some guy just walked up to me on fucking, by the way, he said he was a comedian, and he fucking said, he walked up to me and he's like, my favorite finger food is pussy. And I was like, what the fuck? So I responded to him and I was like, you look like one. And then he just was like, and he couldn't say anything. So I posted on the internet. Turns out he's a fucking wannabe stand-up comedian.
Wait, who is he? Do I know him?
No, he's a fucking shitbag.
So wait, hang on. So did you get, you're the first American born in this family of these 2 soccer teams.
Yes, exactly.
And then are you like are you the oldest?
oldest granddaughter on both sides.
On both sides?
Yeah. So they both had grandsons on both sides, and then two, and then me. I just popped out as the chosen one to be.
God, I bet your fucking family reunions were like chaos.
No, they don't fucking get along. Nobody gets along.
Really?
No, keeping up with who talks to who in my family was insane.
Really?
Mostly on my mother's side. My dad's side, I don't know. They be good, but my mom's side, yeah.
When did you realize music was your thing?
Well, my grandpa played the mariachi my entire life. My dad sang mariachi my entire life. He wrote songs. My dad's side of the family, you couldn't get a family get together without everyone just singing and harmonies and, you know. I'm not that great of a singer for what I should be, how good they are, but
really?
I do my thing.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Hey, can I tell Kyle if he's listening, I need another cocktail.
Period.
Yeah, and two.
Period. We owe you.
Hey, wait. Best. Let's talk straight up Mexican music. Best Mexican artist ever. Musician.
Oof, there's so many.
That's crazy.
Juan Gabriel is insane. I'm dead. No, like Juan Gabriel is insane. Marco Antonio Solís.
Juan Gabriel, I know. I know him.
You know,
yeah.
Vicente Fernandez, obviously classic. Gloria Trevi to me was like my fucking. I grew up like singing her songs, fucking, you know, pretending I was her.
Really?
Yeah. Who am I forgetting? Ana Gabriel. Lupita Iglesias is not Mexican. Well, I mean, she, you know, but
Who's the guy that got shot on stage?
Oh my gosh.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Chalino Sanchez.
Because I got obsessed with the. It's not narcotraficante.
Oh my gosh. He's teetering on the line of me. I'm like, hold on, I gotta go back to Mexico.
No, there was the guys that were singing about the drug traffickers, about the cartels.
Yeah. Like corridos and stuff. Yeah. Corridos. Yeah.
I went through a fucking moment of that.
I'm dead.
I was fucking obsessed.
Yeah.
That was fucking crazy.
No, corridos are awesome.
Can you explain it to all the white people that are listening?
I mean, corridos would be like what? Like their songs.
It's almost like, not to interrupt, I apologize.
No, go ahead.
But it's almost like Tupac and Biggie when they talk about gangbanging and all that shit. But then Tupac really, I think they say now Tupac was gay. That's what they said. Yeah, I know.
Bomb dropped on this.
Crazy. He was like very sensitive actor. He was first of all, he was never a gangbanger. It was always makeup. He was never like hard. It was always makeup. He was always he went to a theater school. He was his mom was an activist and intelligent.
I will say this though, right? Because sometimes I think that's hard to believe for some people. It's like, mind you, I didn't know Tupac, but like I will say that people have a hard time realizing the duality of what it is to be a person of color sometimes, when it's like, for example, I have a conversation with you right now and I'm talking like this, and then I could go talk with my friends and I'd be like, this motherfucker, this, you know, and it could change. Like you are as a survival skill, you can code switch. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I can't code switch. I'm not good at it. I don't know if I could even put on a Mexican accent, like a Latino accent. You're probably thinking to yourself, ooh, did I get presents for everyone in my family this Christmas? Did you remember to get a present for your dog? Did you? Because that's the person that's going to have the best reaction to all the presents you buy. You're going to give your dad a sweater. You're going to give your mom a purse. Your daughters are going to get socks. You're going to get a tie. And your dog's going to be sitting there going, what about me? Get your dog a limited edition peppermint ring. It's a seasonal drop for the holidays made by Benebone. Benebone are nylon chews made in the USA, built for dogs that chew like it's their job. They've got a ton of great flavors, real flavors like bacon, peanut butter, salmon, duck, peppermint, and so many more. And their shapes are for every play style. We've got wishbone, the stick, a ring, dental, and they've got them for puppies. These are the best deals Benebone offers all year, and they're available for a limited time only. Do not forget that four-legged friend in your family. You got a four-legged family member that's going to be sitting there all Christmas morning staring at you going, how come no one wrapped a gift for me? Get 50% off Benebone's most beloved bundles at benebone.com/Bertcast. That's benebone.com/Bertcast. Thank you, Benebone, for sponsoring this podcast and bringing my dogs joy.
Look at me double fisting.
I know, I love it.
I look like
Kyle, you want to help her out?
If maybe? I wasn't already.
Thank
you so much. appreciate you.
My buddy,
and I'm sure you're 5'9" or something. 10 maybe.
My buddy Jesus Trejo is a brilliant comedian, and he toured with me for like 2 years. I was with this guy almost every day, and I ended up writing a joke about it, and I go, you know, people say like really woke white people say, I don't see color. Like, and I said, I never believed that because I think everyone sees color, but I actually don't see Mexican. Like I don't see Mexican. Meaning that I forget. I forget I'm with Mexican people, and I will say fucked up things about Mexicans to Mexican people. Jesus Christ. Jesus and I were at a restaurant one time, and I go, and the Mexican lady comes up and she goes, what can I get you guys started with? And I was like, I don't know. I would love some chips and salsa, or I'm going to get the shrimp fajitas. And she goes, do you want tortillas? And I went, yeah, flour. And I look at Jesus, I go, don't you hate when they do that? And he's like, what? I go, like when you were at a Mexican restaurant and then they like really put the accent on. And he goes, you mean say it the correct way you're supposed to say it? And
right.
I went, oh my God, I forgot. He was like,
I'm
Bert,
dead.
He goes, Bert, I'm Mexican. He goes, I just said it to her that way. And I went, oh my God, I totally forgot. But like, I think I'm just so I grew up with so many Cuban kids.
Yeah.
I don't see Cuban. My best friend, Tony Hernandez.
That's like the biggest compliment you could give to a Cuban is that that you guys are the same.
Oh, shots fired. Cock.
Me in Miami next fucking.
I'm in Miami this weekend. But like my best friend Tony is as Cuban as they get, and it never dawns on me.
Yeah, which is look. Sometimes I get that right because I have white friends, so that's how you know. That's how you know I'm not racist because I have white people. I have white people friends.
What do you love about
and
white
employees?
People?
So
you have white employees.
I have white employees, of course. That's the dream. It's a dream to be
two.
Mexican and have white employees. Are you kidding me? It's my fucking. I'm looking for a gardener right now. But what were you asking me?
No, wait. What's your favorite thing about white people?
My favorite thing about white people.
Yes.
You guys need me to hype you up right now.
Yeah, I want.
Of course. Yeah. My favorite thing about white people is that when you guys are cultured and traveled and educated and everything, you guys are pretty nice people. You know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah.
Like that's you. Like you have said tortilla. You have hung out with Cubans. You have toured with Mexicans.
I speak Spanish.
You don't see. Yeah, exactly.
I speak un poquito, but enough to get marijuana in Mexico.
Exactly.
But I don't. I never. My daughter lived in Spain, and I grew up in Florida. I mean, played baseball. Coaches spoke Spanish playing baseball. You know, so you pick it up. I took Spanish all through high school, all through college, and Russian.
Nice.
But
Russian.
I'll tell you that story one day. And then, but I thought I was really good at Spanish, and then I went to Spain to visit my daughter, and she goes, "You are the most aggressive Spanish speaker I've ever met."
I'm dead.
She goes, I don't like when you speak Spanish. It makes me uncomfortable. You don't know what you sound like. She goes, you're like this. You sound like Frankenstein. Ice.
Oh my
more
God.
ice. More ice.
Why is that the word you chose to say?
Because in Europe, they don't put ice in drinks.
Oh, okay.
That is a bad word to pick.
And I just realized.
That is a bad word to pick. That is a bad word to pick. In Europe, they don't put ice in drinks.
And I just realized why you think so many people have lisps. You fucking went to Spain.
Yeah. In Barcelona.
Yeah.
That is weird that they talk like that, right?
It's also Europe. So I don't fucking know. You know, when I went over there, I was just like, it's cool. Like they have their own thing. I'm liking traveling because I get to just see and know more. And I think that's what's important. I think what's missing a lot of times is when people just get so in their own little fucking echo chamber and only hear their own opinions and only see their own little fucking group of people that they don't realize how everything works, you know? And it's like you're not bigger than the program. You gotta move around, you gotta see things, you gotta see things for yourself. When somebody's saying our countries are shithole countries, go to our beaches, go to where we're from, you know, eat the food, see the people, dance, hear the music. Like there's so many beautiful places in the world. And I love America and I love Americans for being proud. But at the same time, like, you know, you can't just push other people down because unfortunately there's been, you know, a bigger program that has pushed people down. But I so badly want you to come to NASCAR with me. Yeah?
Yeah, I'm doing the Daytona 500. I'm doing the party the night before. It's me, Leonard Skinnard, Ernest, who I want you to meet. Ernest is... Let's go do some white people shit. And I'm with it, yo. Look, you take me to do some white people shit. I'll take you to go do some Mexican shit. I love Mexican
shit. It's a vibe.
I want to go to one of those... my fantasy has always been to go to those bars you see in like Boyle Heights where it's just a brick box and they have paintings of a guy kicking a soccer ball and then like a guy with a football and it's just black and there's one door and it's like this bar's been there forever.
Where does it say black in the one door?
I don't know.
This is very specific.
I know. I have one bar that I think about.
We gotta go. We gotta go to somewhere dope.
I wish I
go to La Cita. Take him to La Cita. Go to take him to Las Perlas.
Do you have you ever been to Salsa and Beer?
Yes, in North Hollywood. Yeah. Like in North Hollywood across the street from the Home Depot.
I love that place.
I used to love that place too. It would always get so packed, and I thought I was somebody because I knew somebody.
That's the only place that I've ever experienced racism. Because they're like they see white people and like what? But then
it's pretty good.
Yeah,
and they have the bean dip. I love it's pretty authentic. I'm not gonna lie.
It is, and you know? I love their salsas.
Yeah, and beer.
Yeah, and the beer. I used to get fucked up and go there.
Really?
Oh my god!
You know, I got to party with this guy. Lately, I've been hanging out with people that are just like, "Have you thought about your drinking?" I'm like, "Yo, this guy's fucking having a blast." Maybe
I'll be like your white pen pal.
Yeah.
And like you can like lean on me for things. You're like, yo, I'm going to this party. There's a lot of MAGA guys. How do I start the conversation and be like,
I know how to start the conversation. All I got to do is walk in and dress a little bit girly. All these motherfuckers talk to me. You think they got a problem with me?
No one's got a problem with you.
They got a problem with me once I start talking politics.
Yeah.
But if I walk in and we're quiet, me and my girl, I'm like, hey, ladies, you guys want a shot? And then we're like, please leave us alone. They're like, oh, what's going on? And then that's when you fucking start the whole fucking problem. The next thing you know.
So wait, when did you tell me about your career? Like you're first out, you get signed to a label, correct? And they fuck with you. And they kind of drag their feet.
No, this is what I'm saying. Like I've been saying more about this story because people misunderstand where shit went wrong. I was rapping, selling my CDs on the street, whatever. Cops are fucking with me, like, you know, trying to...
Favorite rapper?
Jesus.
Oh, he had dope bars.
Jesus, yeah, no, straight up.
Stop nailing these hands.
I'm dead.
Go ahead.
He had all kinds of verses. So where was I at?
I want to know rap influences.
Rap influences.
Because you show up in rap in a weird time as a kid.
Yeah, Big
Pun. I'm 52, so... Oh!
Yeah, Big Pun. Lil Kim, I had the hardcore album, which is crazy because I don't rap about like what Lil Kim rapped about, but she did have that Biggie influence and like all that. She had some like really dope stuff. So Big Pun, Andre 3000 and Outkast around that time. Yeah. Eminem, obviously, Pac, Biggie, The Brat, Shauna, Ludacris, Wayne.
You forget how good Ludacris is.
Everybody does.
Everyone sleeps on how many bangers he has. I went to Shaq's Funhouse. Shaq throws a party every Super Bowl, and he had Ludacris open it. And Shaq DJs at the end. Mm-hmm. Dude, Ludacris was banger after banger after banger. And you're like, me and my wife were like, God damn it, we've been sleeping on Luda.
Yeah. No, Ludacris was amazing when it comes to the bars and everything. You know, and then he got into acting and stuff, and obviously, you know, but I think
Chris Bridges.
Yeah, he's a great rapper.
Wait, how do you feel about your contemporaries? Like, do you like Doechii?
Yeah, of course. I think Doechii is very inspiring because to do it for so long and to maybe be counted out and then to kind of like have that moment and then get all the way up there. It's like Jelly Roll. It's like her. It's like there's so many artists that to me
do a collab.
I would love to. I mean, I've talked to Bunny. I've talked to like we kind of like came up along the same.
You have to come to our. We haven't announced it yet.
Oh,
I gotta get you guys together.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
I'll send him all your stuff.
Yeah, no, those type of situations are like, to me, they're inspiring, you know? Like, I've done this for so long. When you were telling me, how did I get my start? It's like, I was doing things by myself, little computer in my room, pressing up CDs, doing whatever. I end up making this project, this little management company, production company. They're Mexican-owned, independent. Hit me up and they're just like, yo, you're dope. Like, let us work with you. You don't want to go to a major. Trust us. Like, you need to come with us. I had the whole project pressed. Like, I had the whole project done, Sorry. So then they want to get involved or whatever. I do this little mini deal with them. Let's go. They believe in one record. I believed in another. The song was called Drunk Love. I was like, I really want to do this song, Drunk Love. They're like, no, we should do this one. This is the beginning of me, like, low self-esteem, just kind of like getting involved with other people and just being like, okay, well, if you believe in this, then you must be right. You're the people, Can
I just interrupt you for a second?
Yeah.
That's not just you. That's all of us.
Yeah.
That's me and every project I do where I go, well, if everyone seems to like it, maybe I'm wrong.
Yep.
All of us go through that.
I know. And because I'm ADHD, sorry, I'm going to go.
Don't worry about it.
The reason that I'm such a fan of so many comedians from the beginning was because I relied, like I listened to them, to y'all, to everybody about those van tours and those, what it was like to have those opening and to bomb and to suck and to just have, not that many big venues or like selling out those places. To me, it's like finding that parallel between being an upcoming rapper that maybe has like 200 tickets, and like going van trip to van trip, going around the fucking country. And it was so relatable. So that's why I became such a fan of like the Joes and the Joeys and everybody. And it also made me feel better about it.
Joey Diaz would fucking love you.
That would be a fucking dream. My brother, first of all, the fact my brother's not here, even when I was walking around, I was just like, yo, my brother should have been here. But my brother does everything. The reason I have a podcast, the reason I do anything is like my brother is the real reason. And he and I and my cousin would always listen to all that. And anyway, so that's what fed this stuff. So I get this production deal. I'm sitting there. They're telling me it's this. I'm thinking it's that. Whatever. Point is, I shoot the video to the song Drunk Love with the hotel I was staying at, the car that we rented, my ex-husband's in the video. Like, literally, I'm like, whatever we can do to make this happen. I'm like, I believe in this song so much. Mm-hmm. That ends up being the song. The reason that Atlantic comes knocking was that song. So when Atlantic came knocking and I was already kind of having this trouble with these people, that's when I was just kind of like, well, I might as well go with the major. If I'm already struggling with y'all and they're like, well, the major's going to argue with you and they're not going to whatever. And I'm like, same shit we're fucking going through. Fast forward all this time later, the actual people that never paid me any money was that original fucking production, 20 years later, really? I never got paid anything from them. And at least Atlantic, they gave me some boost, some help, and they let me go on my motherfucking way. They did shelve me, but I became another product. I became an adult, grown woman in the process. So fuck it, we're here.
The goal with this album is for people to hear it, obviously, right? But what, like, I know how. I mean, I'm friends with Snoop, and he broke down just how little you're making off albums these days, and how little you make off Spotify, and it's kind of crazy. So then, what is the secondary goal when you put out an album like this? I mean, you're already kind of killing it online. Like, I mean, you are. Like, Halston's been following you for years. He's like, dude, ask her about when she got her fountain.
Thank you.
And so, which I should ask you, tell me about your fountain.
I'm done. There's just fountains there. There's at the ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was lovely. It was lovely to get, 4 acres in LA is nothing, it's not crazy to, I mean, it's kind of crazy to like overlook. And then I just wanted a ranch, goats, chickens, family, dogs, barbecue.
Chickens are fucking awesome.
Yeah, grow your own food, be as self-sustaining as you can. I really come from like a ranch life, and that's just what I wanted, Do you know who
you need to hang out with? Ronda Rousey.
You don't have a crush on her, do you? Jesus Christ. She loves these strong wrestler women like fucking, what's the girl you love? Rhea Ripley? Bruh.
I know Rhea Ripley.
You know her?
Yeah.
Oh, bro. My girl, like, that's her fucking crush.
Really?
And I'm just like, yeah. I'm like, if she like beats me up or something, I was like, imagine I just have a
Rhonda
nightmare.
decides she wants to fuck your woman, Rhonda's fucking your woman.
Right. I'm like,
but Rhonda lives, I think, out near you.
Okay.
I think she's more west.
Okay.
Anyway, but she's all self-sustainable. What? More east rather. I guess more west would be in the ocean. But she's all self-sustainable, Like and I mean, the reason I plant expired onions in the ground is because of Ronda Rousey.
Love that. Yeah, I mean, I think it's something.
Both of us
try.
are so ADHD that this conversation's gone everywhere.
I know.
And I'm like, what how do we talk about planting onions?
Right.
Yeah.
And I've been looking at these bits of tree right here because I have so many, like I've had trees that either I cut down or have fallen because my property, whatever. And I'm just like, this is cool. We should do this.
How happy are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
Shit. I would say a good 9.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm pretty happy as far as life. Like if I was to just like, knock on wood, but if I was to say like, this is like the end, I'd be like, I've done, I've done well.
I've done more than anyone expected.
Yeah, exactly. I've done more than I expected.
Like if you looked at your first grade class right now and they were like, hey, one of you is going to be rich and famous, would you have thought it was you?
No. That's such a crazy question because no.
Not even remotely.
No.
I would have been like David Fabricant.
Right. Yeah, no, like I feel like I didn't even realize what the fuck was happening until I was already in it. I've just haven't stopped. It was my ADHD. It was my trauma. It was my insecurities. It was everything that just pushes me to wake up every morning and be like, I have to push more. Why? Yeah. I don't fucking know. Maybe because if I stop, I just won't be here anymore. Like it's the only thing that keeps me sane is to continue pushing. At this point, it's just become a routine to be like, what more? I can't even tell you I do it for financial reasons because I don't even check. I want to generate for the sake of going.
Not knowing inspires me to generate.
Exactly. If I look at it, I might become complacent.
I gotta I'll keep it in. I think this is an important conversation.
Yeah. I
got a phone call one day driving to the airport. It was my business manager, and he said something to the effect of, we're looking at end of year finances, and you've had 2 really fucking crazy years. And he was like, with what you have right now, all your investments, everything, you're dialed in. Like if you decided to stop working tomorrow, you'd be fine for the rest of your life. And I hated hearing that. And I went, why would you tell me that? The fuck's wrong with you? I'm in a car going to a gig. I'm hustling. Like wait. And then I stopped. What really fucking sucked is I stopped rooting for myself because I could root for the guy that no one believed in. Mm-hmm. But I couldn't root for the guy that didn't need it.
You just fucked me up because maybe that's why. Oh my God, no, I'm not about to fucking cry, bitch. Like, hold on, sorry. I'm not calling you a bitch. I hang out with gays. I hang out with women and gays, so I just be like, bitch, no, please.
I'm sitting crisscross applesauce.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's yeah. I think sometimes maybe, in my experience, I haven't been ready to be that. So maybe, yeah, there's a little self-sabotage, I'm sure. There's a little weirdness in there but you're right. I've been the underdog. That's all I know how to be.
It's so fun to root for you.
Yeah, it's like if
I want to tell you something, and I think I've been in the business maybe as long, if not a little bit longer than you. It is first and foremost, number one thing, you can't pick your fans. Number 2, your fans aren't going to be who you think they are. But as a fan of you, it is so fun to root for you.
Thank you.
It is so fun. You bring me a lot of joy. I can throw on the new album I got it last night and on the flight, and I listened to it on the flight, and I was, drinking in and out, and I'm like, God damn it, man. I mean this with respect, but this is just one woman. This isn't a band. This is one woman's idea. And I was blown away. And I was like, this is inspiring. That I know I go, I'm not doing enough. I'm not a person of color. I'm not gay. I'm a white guy. The world was set up for me. Like, you watch me walk through an airport. They made airports for white men. They made them for white men. And I'm looking at going like, you have fucking 19 songs on this album?
I have 30.
30 fucking songs? I'm looking at it going like, this is a woman with a fire in her. And I'm like, I'm so impressed. But it's more than anything, you'll never know what it's like. I wish I had the Ring footage camera of me in my bed scrolling, and it's you singing Sabado, and I go, and I'm in bed, and it starts off slow. I've learned to play it. I tried to learn how to play it on the guitar.
Nice.
It starts off slow, and you have no idea. You created something in that one song that transcends everything with a message, which is insane. Which is fucking insane.
Thank you.
I've sent it to so many people. I play it for everyone. The lady doing my makeup to cover up this hematoma on my face today, I played it for her, and she goes, "Who the fuck is she?" And then you know what's really fun to say about this is they listen, and then she goes, "Who is she?" I go, "Also, she's fucking gorgeous. Like, she is like the coolest chick." And I mean,
thank you so much.
No, I hope you feel my gratitude for getting to be around you. You really run your own shit. This is your ship.
Yeah.
And no one's touching it. And I think that's, it's like, as a guy that, I'll not say that I tapped out, but like, I couldn't handle comments. It hurt my feelings.
It hurts my feelings.
Does it?
Hurts my feelings. Yeah, it hurts my feelings. No, it hurts my feelings. I think so much of this, listen, and I'm sure we'll, have more conversations about it, but like I said, this is my means to survive. Before I crash out was my means I made a project because I was like, as long as I keep creating and I kind of give myself this little mini goal, and I asked my fans, I was like, pressure me, push me, because I don't know what the fuck to do right now. I may crash out. My parents live in Mexico. I'm the only, what's keeping me from disappearing is just literally my son and the fact that I have a responsibility to my family to keep being the breadwinner. But if I have a house in Mexico that's completely paid off, I could live off $30 a month for the rest of my fucking life. Doesn't matter.
I follow those women. There's a lot of women who's, and this sounds, my algorithm is fucking insane.
And that sounded crazy. I follow those women. I'm like, okay.
Well, because their men don't have, it's the story of them having to move back to Mexico because they got deported. And it's always like, usually it's a woman who was an American citizen. She's not acclimated to Mexico, and she's showing you what life is like in Mexico.
Yeah. And
I mean, I'm speaking from a few Instagram posts I've seen, but they hand wash their clothes on like a washing board. They fucking walk across the street to get groceries at a gas station. Like it's not glorious and luxurious. The Instagrams I follow, it's like wild. And I mean, and then there's this one lady that lives in the jungle, and I was like, God damn it, she needs an OnlyFans. I mean, she washes her, she's beautiful.
She probably does have an OnlyFans.
She should.
I will tell you something though, because I love that, and I love that you're watching that, and I do think that you need the whole full spectrum of it. Because I'll tell you something that, like, for me, has been something I have to deal with. When they were talking about shithole countries, or like, we need to go over there and save Mexico, and then Mexico's telling the U.S. like, yo, we're our own country, leave us alone, don't come over here. And they're like, no, we're going to go put drones and we're going to go bomb, these people, and we got you. And then Mexico's just like, no, listen, don't do that. Mexico starts to be like, oh, she must not care. And it's like, no, they care. Everybody cares. I want to remind people that Mexico has beautiful places, has jungles, has poverty, has bad places, good places, has shootings, has non-shootings, just like the U.S. does. The U.S. has shootings, all these things happen. But sometimes it's important to show every aspect of it, because Mexico also has beautiful cities, places that, like, bro, I've gone to a grocery store in Mexico that I've never gone to a grocery store in the U.S. that serves you the way they do there.
Really?
You feel me? Yes. No. If you go to Monterrey, you go to Ciudad de Mexico, you go to different places, you will see luxury, like some shit that you're like, bitch, what? This bread person just made the whole bread and cut it and gave me some, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so there is the spectrum of hand washing, no running water. There is that. There's all of it. What I will say is, it's just important to see all of it.
Yeah.
And what I will say is that there is some Americans that have gone to Mexico and grifted off of it. And you know what I'm saying? So some of the hand washing, I'm like,
How much, okay, if I have, like, I could probably fucking ball out in Mexico.
Dude, you're balling out here. You can ball out there. Yeah, of course. But the thing is,
what am I doing here? What if I?
I think in my experience, I'm torn. Because, bitch. I
know why you fell in love with her. You're the easiest person to fall in love with because you are so honest and you are so vulnerable. I so badly want to call Joey Diaz and have you sing Sabado to him.
I want to meet him.
He is the great. Let's FaceTime him.
Where is he now? New York?
He's in New York. In New Jersey.
He's in Jersey.
Same. That's not same. I don't understand the new phone. Joey. All right. Oh, wow. This pimple's hidden, but not hidden. I wonder if Joey Diaz answers a FaceTime. Joey Diaz, I want to introduce you to one of your biggest fans. She is an amazing rapper. She is brilliant. Her name's Snow the Product. And she's fluent in Spanish.
Joey Diaz, I'm your biggest fan. Oh, my God.
What's up, beautiful?
Hi. What the fuck? This is crazy. Yo, I wish my brother was here so my brother can witness this. What's up, man? How you doing? How you living?
Where do you live?
Huh?
Where do you live?
I live in L.A.
Oh, okay. I'm in Jersey.
Period.
What a fucking name. What's that?
I said period. I know. I remember when you moved out there. You used to be out here at the YMCA. You used to be in fucking Burbank and shit.
Yeah.
But now you out there living large.
Like a fucking doctor.
Period.
Joey, I'm going to send you one of her songs. It's all in Spanish. You're going to fucking love it. You're going to love it. All right.
Thank you.
Send it right now, buddy. I miss you. I love you.
I love you.
Bro, come on. What?
How do
Joey.
He is the best.
He's just living large.
Best. My favorite Joey Diaz moment ever, right? I'd get a phone call. Joe would be like, dog, you got I used to drink Tito's back then. He's like, you got Tito's over there? I go, and yeah, I do. And he goes, pour yourself a glass. I'm coming over, cocksucker. And then he'd bring Mercy, his daughter, and my daughters were young, and they'd sit under an umbrella in the front yard that was just on its side, and they'd read books to Mercy, my two daughters, and Joey and I would sit in the front yard in Adirondack chairs and have a cocktail, and he'd smoke a joint, and that was, and he'd be like, we're waiting for our wives to come home.
That's
it was such a great fucking life. This life has been so fucking incredible that I will be so sad when it's over. Like the idea that I die, it just makes me sad because I go, dude, it's been insane. It's been so fun. You know, when you walked in my house today, I had this like surreal moment of like, this is a woman that brings me so much joy, and I'm meeting her. And I wanted to have a joke for you because I was running jokes by them. Because when people meet you, they always say the same. You always get the same certain things. Like people always say to me, "You're taller than I thought you'd be," or "You're not as fat as I thought you'd be." Which I was like, "Oh, great!" And so I was running jokes to try to say to you, and then when I saw you, I just got overwhelmed, and I was like, "Oh my God!" And then I got a hug from you, and I was like, this is crazy."
Thank you. No, I appreciate you so much. And you literally, like you've made me cry. I feel like that was beautiful because it is true. You know, we've lived a great life. And I think today I got asked in the morning, they were like, what is it? You know, how are you liking married life? And I was like, I love it. I was made for this. I was made to finally be happy, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what it's like. So I love that now making music is its thing, and, you know, like having a podcast and doing whatever. But it's like, I feel like I get to live my life. And I feel when you said that shit, that was so sad, but so real. Like when it's over, we're going to be sad.
It's just so sad that I can't do it anymore.
Like, we love this shit.
I love this.
Bro, cheers.
Cheers.
To actually being happy. Like, we did it, dude.
We fucking did it.
fucking did it.
We fucking did it.
Bro, we made it.
We were first graders. We were 1%er first graders. Like, when they looked around that room, they should have been like, a lot of you guys are going to get DUIs. And then it wasn't us.
Right.
They're like, a lot of you guys are going to hit your wife. And it wasn't us.
Yeah.
And then they're like, but one of you is going to live the life of your fucking dreams. Oh, that's going to make me emotional.
Oh.
Because I was so scared in first grade.
Why were you scared? Are we crying?
Nope, I'm not crying.
I love this for us. Did we just become best friends? I just put my second leg on your couch. This is it.
Only one person has ever said that to me in that shack.
Me and Shaq somehow are in the same league.
When I was in first grade, I was so scared. I was terrified. I didn't know what separation anxiety disorder was. And my dad said to me, I can't believe, I don't think I've ever told anyone this story.
Oh my God.
My dad said to me, don't worry, buddy, I won't leave. I was like, what? He goes, I'm going to sit in the parking lot all day. So I'll be in the parking lot all day. So if you need me, just come out to the van. He had a van at the time. He goes, I'll be parked in the parking lot. And I was like, all right. So like 5 minutes into first grade, I go, I think I'm done with this. I'm going to go out to the van. I'm like, I'm going to stretch my legs, go out to the van. So I go to the front door. Mrs. Thompson says, where are you going? I said, I don't think this is right for me. So I'm going to go out to the van to go talk to my dad. She goes, honey, your dad's not in a van in the parking lot. And I go, no, he is. He's waiting for me. She goes, no, I'm almost certain. I go, no. She goes, I'll tell you what, why don't you go to the window and you're looking at the parking lot. So I walk to the window and I look in the parking lot and there's no cars in the parking lot. And I realize I'm alone and I fucking melt down. And I go, how do we know they're coming back? And everyone in the class is like, what? I was like, what if our parents don't come back? What if they left us here? My dad said he'd be there and he's not here. And I started crying so aggressively that for the first 5 days of first grade, I had to sit in my desk facing the class, holding on to Mrs. Thompson's hand.
Oh, that's so cute and sad.
I was so unconfident. I was so scared in first grade. I don't know why I'm getting emotional about this. I was so scared in first grade about life. And it would just been nice for someone to say, hey, it's going to work out better than you think, buddy.
Oh. Well, it did.
It did.
You're here.
Sure as fuck did.
You know what? I think, because I have a similar story with abandonment or like that feeling of that disappointment.
Yeah.
And I don't think people get how meaningful that is, like how much sometimes like you'll tell your parent, like, this really meant a lot to me. Like you did that. And then they'll just like write it off, like, just like, yeah, whatever. And you're just like, no, like in my brain, in my little brain at that moment, like that was so important. You just, it's just.
If we called my dad right now, do you know what he'd say? We never had a van. I swear to God. That's what he'd say. We never had a van.
Yo,
you make all these stories
like
up.
I get you, bro. Like,
I didn't expect to get emotional. I honestly were crying, and I was so proud of myself that I hadn't cried, because I usually, if someone cries, I cry. It's like throwing up. And so, and then I was so proud. And then for whatever reason, because, especially when you have a kid and you send them to first grade, as a parent, you're terrified for them.
Yeah.
And you're like, come on, buddy. Like, we got this. Let's make friends. Please make friends.
I was just telling this story and I'll tell it because I think it's important for more people to hear it. But like, as a mom of a boy, when my son was playing on the like playground with a little girl, he was having the best time. He was having the best time with his little girl. They're holding hands, they're playing, they're whatever. And then for whatever reason, the little girl decided not to want to play with him anymore. And she was just like, left him alone, let go of his hand, walks away. And he like looks at me and he's just like, and I'm just like in my mind, right? I'm like, oh, that's messed up. But also I was just like, well, baby, she's entitled to, as a woman, I have to be like, she's entitled to walk away. She doesn't have to give you a reason. Like, she doesn't want to anymore. That's it. And so I'm like having to explain to like a 4-year-old, like, well, baby, it's okay and things are going to be all right or whatever. But like, he's like starting, big like tear and this is my son. And I'm like, you bet. But also I'm like, no, like this is okay. Like, so I have to like, and I think a lot of times one thing that's not talked about enough as a mom, and especially as a boy mom, is that we don't need to make our sons feel like the little girl was wrong for not wanting to play anymore.
Yeah.
She just didn't want to anymore. And I have to tell my son, if in the future, and now I'm having those conversations because he's 15, like, it's not always like take it out on the girl. It's like sometimes things just are what they are and just be able to control your feelings and whatever. And he's absolutely allowed to cry, but also just having to explain like sometimes people are autonomous and that's just what it is, and having to have those lessons while also me not understanding those things in my current life at the time. It's being a parent.
This is the advice I give to every 15-year-old boy. Ready? Right here. No pills, no powder. No means no. Don't get gasoline in your asshole. And, yeah, that's it, really.
You're ending with don't get gasoline in your asshole. How the fuck does that even become a thing?
It burns so bad.
What were you doing?
That's not the point. The point is don't get gasoline in your asshole. I was mooning another boat. All right, we got to get you out of here. Your podcast is starting.
We're
It's
best friends. We've cried together now.
We have cried together. Well, you know what?
The next thing is throwing up together.
You know
what I'm saying?
I have crazy lesbian energy.
You're a lesbian.
I think I might be.
You're a lesbian.
I thought Leanne was gay when I started dating her, and I brought her to my lesbian friends, and I was like, is she gay? And they're like, no. I was like, are you sure?
You're probably projecting from the porn you watch. Can you say God bless all Latinas?
God bless all Latinas. Is that like doing this back in the day?
No, oh my God. I'll go to your party tomorrow. Tomorrow? Let's hit the mariachi. Let's sing Sabado and let's crash his party. It's
All right.
before I crash out, let's crash his fucking party.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to Snow the Product.
If I have one thing to say is right now the country's going through some things and my people are going through some things. And if there is one way I can introduce my people and hopefully more people love my people is I got mariachi, tequila, Latinas, tacos, and everything you fucking love about us. And if that's how we get started, then that's a good motherfucking way to start. I made a song called Sabado and this is how Bert found me. And so I'm going to perform it for him. Merry Christmas, motherfucker. Let's do it! Come on, man! Turn it up! Turn that shit up. You better get up here, man. Give him another shot. Antes de que empiece la fiesta, quiero que se sepa que uno de nosotros votó por no sé quién fue, pero llegó el sobre y dice el apellido, pero ahí va la tía con pelo de lote que crió puros hijos que malcriaban. El primo traumado con ser americano, cara de paisa y le fue. Ahí va el buque y dice el Bert Beach nos damos mano. La prima que se cree fresa, bulla, que no se lo condico. Yo con mis hijos que siempre en el lío, tequila, bonito, viejo llorón. Siempre se burla que soy de tienda, y cuando se borracha no cree. You better turn up. Chicas, madre, ya valió. Es la fiesta del sábado. La más sucia, no valor. Que cada vez se daña el amor. Chicas, madre, ya valió. Es la fiesta del sábado. That's commotional. You better. No quiero dar sobre porque es crimen federal, pero aquí entre tranquilas tenemos que ver quién fue. No digan que no quieren juzgar, si no todos quieren chisme, no paran de criticar. No por nada si la fiesta para, pero no me echen la culpa porque no fui. Yo creo que la prima que patea y con vuelos con un vuelo americano seca. Dice que solo habla y que si quieren chisme dice que yes. Viste trauma de que crecer, se debe ser con su peste que va mejor la raza o con su única y fuck you, give no fuck to you. I like my bros and fuck you. Do you even watch history and watch the news? Sábado, es la fiesta del sábado. La más sucia, sábado. Chica vecina, ya llegó. Chiqui su madre, ya valió. Es la fiesta del sábado. La más sucia, sábado. Chica vecina, you better twerk, 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 twerk. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. Chiqui su madre, ya valió. Chiqui su madre, ya valió. Chiqui su madre, chiqui su madre, chiqui su madre, chiqui su madre, chiqui su madre. Shut the fuck.
All right, let's get you out of here. Hey, new best friends?
Of course.
All right.
I got you. This is it. I love it. Thank you. And I love the bears. Look at I got a teddy bear. You got big scary bears.
Yeah.
You know? But I got teddy bears. I love teddy bears. So it's lit. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
Thank you guys for the hospitality. Thank you for the drinks. I'm drunk. I'm lit. Thank you to my girl for getting me home safely. Thank you to you. Let's do it, man.
Awesome.
Never been interviewed by a barefoot white guy.
This episode was brought to you by The Machine.